Hey everybody, welcome back to Tenza Motorsports, and today we're working on the 330 race car finally after probably about a year of not being able to do any real projects on it. We are going to be doing some N15 projects on the car today, some more race car upgrades. Now, we did do these fender vents here, and those have been a while ago. And around that same time frame, I was looking at buying the lower fender vents, which is what we're doing today. And N15 does a really good job of making sure that their products are very high quality, very good fit and finish. And when they first released these lower fender vents, I think they basically sold out of them. And then when I reached out to them to get a set for myself, they had pulled them off of their website. And I messaged them and said, you know, basically what's going on here? And they said, well, basically they don't meet our quality standards that we wanted to reach. And so they pulled them from their website, and I let them know that I wasn't super worried about the cosmetics. I just wanted the lower fender vent to be functional. And they basically said, well, we're going to do a redesign and then we'll re-release them. A lot of things happened. Some world stuff happened with the virus and everything like that. And I'm not sure how much that played into it, but it's been probably several years now since these were on their website. And so when I saw these were releasing again, I had to get a set. And here they are right here. This is the passenger side one. The driver side is already on, and we'll get back to that in just a little. I think probably my biggest gripe, and it's not really something that is worth complaining over. I wish these were metal, but it's probably not something that you could have built out of metal. What was really cool about these ones is I was able to get them powder coated, able to get them gloss black, where these are plastic. In order to not have them to be just kind of this naked plastic, I'm probably going to have to prep and get them painted gloss black. But they do have a UV protectant on them. That's what the instructions said on them. And the other thing that's really good about N15 is they've got excellent instructions and excellent templates to be able to get them drawn up, cut out, and put onto your car. So as you can see here, this side is already drawn up. We installed the other side last night so that we knew exactly what to talk about when I started to do this video intro. I don't normally do that. I normally just kind of wing it, but with something like this, learning from doing these, I want to make sure that I'm talking about the product after I've already had some experience with it. So they give you a template. It looks something like this, and I always copy these so that if you mess up, you can make another one. And I believe these are on their website. If you mess up your original, I'm pretty sure you can get a hold of them. I'm not quite sure about that, but I remember seeing them on the website. So what we did basically was cut out that template, and you have your outer one here. We taped it onto the car. That's why you can see some masking tape on this piece. We traced it, and then the other thing it does is it leaves you the middle one. So if you need to use a combination of the two. The other thing that's cool about it is it gives you holes. It shows you where you're going to need to drill to put your rivets in. And then the other thing that actually was a really good idea on their part was this template here, which is the inner fender liner, because you're going to have to cut and trim that just like you did here. You're going to have to cut the fender liner on this back side. Half of the vent actually slides in through the fender liner, and then the surround is on the outside, and you'll click them together. These were a little bit confusing because if you use the right and left side like it says to, you basically end up putting them on the car and the print is face down. So I'm not sure what's going on with that, but the hole that you end up cutting is going to be quite a bit larger than this. We traced this out, and then by the time we had trimmed and fit and trimmed and fit and trimmed and fit, the hole had basically gone all the way around, bigger than like where our marker was. So it was probably another 1/8 inch bigger than this hole. And the other thing I want to mention is you want to make sure that if you're trimming, if it's too short up and down, you want to make sure you trim the top and the bottom, and each side you want to kind of trim it all equally so that you're not moving your piece up and down, because if it doesn't go in here straight, it's not going to line up with the rest of the surround. So that's really kind of it. There's not much else to it. We are going to be using some hearing protection, some eye protection. Make sure that you don't forget to do that, especially if you're using an angle grinder. They get really loud. And then I guess the only other thing to mention is everything that we'll be using today will be in the description below. If you're interested in purchasing any of these items for yourself, including the tools that we use today, I'll have everything that linked in the description below. At this point we have everything locked together. I don't have the holes drilled or it riveted to the car yet. I'm just gonna show this as kind of where we put those 2 extra rivets last time. I'm probably gonna end up doing it on this side. I think this side ended up being further forward than the other side slightly, because we're just kind of seeing the fender as it starts to curve right here, which is not a big deal. This isn't gonna function any different because it's a couple millimeters forward than it should be, but this is all really just straightforward. You'll trace this out, trace that out, and just trim and file and cut until it fits. Just do little bits at a time, and it's better to do a small hole to cut a smaller section out and then slowly get it bigger instead of cutting way too big and then ruining your fender. So at this point right here, I'm going to be making sure I've got this exactly where I want it, and then we'll be drilling the holes, putting in the rivets, and that's kind of it. We'll be cleaning up this dry erase that's on the car, putting the wheel back on, and this project will be done. Super simple project. Very happy with the way that these have turned out. I'm gonna try to get some more shots outside. Hopefully these shots you're seeing here are outside. It's been springtime around here, so it's cold and wet and rainy, so hopefully we'll get a chance to get some good footage before I have this video out. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's content, hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. Everything we use today will be linked in the description below as always. If you have any comments or questions, leave them down in the comment section below. I will do my best to reply to any comments and questions you guys have. Also make sure to follow us on Instagram at Tenza_motorsports. We do giveaways. All you have to do to be part of those giveaways is be a follower. That's where we pull our winners from, is our follow list. Also make sure to check out our Patreon, linked in the description below as well. Thanks everybody so much for watching again. We'll see everybody in the next video.